Hello, persistence runners. I wasn't expecting to have much to talk about on the comrades front now that it's all done, and I'm pretty certain I'm retired from running the race nowadays. That I have my green number all done and dusted. But yeah, there's been quite a lot of activity on the comrades marathon front in the last few weeks, which has been coming for a long time. So I just thought I'd give a brief explanation to some people who might not have an in-depth understanding. So the CMA members, and I'm one of those CMA members, voted on two resolutions, which, to summarize, basically, they've taken the CMA approach. So the one resolution was a CMA first resolution, to put the needs of the Comrades Marathon first, and then the other one was whether to re-affiliate with Athletics South Africa and KZNA or not. And yeah, they've voted to basically cut ties with both of those organizations, but leaving the door open for re-affiliation if it looks like things are straightening out. So just a little bit of background. For a number of years, the CMA has been dealing with just hurdles and issues in relation to meddling that comes from the direction of KZNA and Athletics South Africa. There are a number of issues, and I've since read a little bit, even in the year 2000, the CMA did consider making moves in this direction. And you would think that the purpose of Athletics South Africa and KZNA is to serve the runners, but it seems like the organization is just populated by, or when I say organization, it's more than one. And it doesn't only apply in KZN. It seems like it's pretty much countrywide. They seem to be, instead of serving the community that they are supposed to serve, it seems like it's full of self-important people who just are there to serve themselves and seem like they are important rather than serve the people who are on the road and on the track and things like that. And just an example of that, Athletics South Africa has not sent a 50 or a team to the 50 or World 100 kilometer champs for quite a number of years. And that's absolutely ridiculous. There are administrative failings left, right and center, lots of bureaucracy, lots of corruption. And basically the Comrades Marathon has chosen to dissociate from that. As far as the event goes, for the average runner, it actually won't really mean that much in the short term. In the long term, or in this sort of medium term, it might mean that they might be able to reduce entry fees. Because, for example, Athletics South Africa is trying very hard to supplement its income through TV rights for all the big races around the country, races like Soweto Marathon, Cape Town Marathon, Two Oceans and Comrades, and those races are effectively losing income by affiliating, and therefore the sporting bodies selling off the TV rights. Now they don't own those events, so they really have no rights to that money. The other thing is race levies. The Comrades Marathon pays about a 3 million rand race levy to KZNA, supposedly for services that are offered. Now, by removing or choosing not to affiliate anymore, those funds immediately are available to be ploughed into other programs. And the CMA can now choose how to invest money directly rather than the supposed channels that exist through these associations that don't really serve runners. One of the things that has been happening in the past few years is that KZNA has ploughed massive, as I say, they haven't sent teams overseas and things like that, and people that have earned selections have been asked to fork out 60 grand to go on overseas tours and receive no funding. And KZNA and Athletics South Africa have been embroiled in legal battles that have been absolutely frivolous, where there's no chance of them winning. And they've spent hundreds of thousands of rands per case to just where it's pointless even fighting in the first place. So, yeah, I think it's the right thing for Comrades Marathon to have done. I voted in advance for both of those resolutions as they came out overwhelmingly. And yeah, for the average run on the road, it won't mean a damn thing. You'll just, for example, I really think it's to spite the CMA. Comrades wasn't included on the race calendar. Well, it doesn't matter. It'll still go ahead. The CMA the ROC, the race organizing committee, will just arrange with the Metro Police and everybody that they normally negotiate with, and the roads will be closed the same way they always were. The CMA used to do that anyway. They just haven't been given a date on the Athletic South Africa calendar. Makes no difference whatsoever. The race date for next year will be the 13th of June. And that's just an example. All the questions that I've attended a few things and read a little bit, and everything. The response was, "Well, we'll just do what we always have done anyway." There's absolutely no value in being a part of KZNA or ASA because they don't do anything besides cream the money off the top. For the elite athletes, there might be some little issues, but the CMA is well aware of what those issues are and will iron them out before anybody can cause any problems for athletes. So by the time Comrades comes around next year, that'll all be sorted out and there won't be any risks for the elite runners that are taking part in the events. So in my opinion, it's a good way of trying to force some reform in those echelons of the sporting associations. And yeah, I think that some of the other major races may follow suit. It would be a problem for the races that are official distances. Like so, for the marathons, it is a bit more of an issue. But for Two Oceans and Comrades, which are huge income sources for Athletic South Africa and the like, I wouldn't be surprised if Two Oceans follows suit and goes the same direction as the CMA. And for any event that's not an official distance, it really doesn't provide any benefit to be, because there's no qualifying standards or records that have international relevance that need to go through to international channels. And for our major races, we don't need official channels to publicize our race and get overseas athletes to come. They're going to come anyway. They know that South Africa is the heart of ultra marathoning in the world, and we draw most of the runners that we draw from overseas. They participate in events that aren't sanctioned by international bodies anyway, because a lot of them take part. Your 100-mile runners and whatever. It's really only 100K champs runners, but they're not worried about international sanctioning, so they'll come anyway. CMA have done the right thing, and the ball really is in the court of KZNA and Athletic South Africa to straighten themselves out. If they do, the CMA will come back. It's obvious. So for the average runner, it means absolutely nothing. In fact, it's a positive for the race. Might bring down entry fees in the next couple of years, and it will mean that if and when there is money available, that the CMA, for example, may be able to plow money directly into programs and things that will serve the runners. So, in my opinion, the runners have voted for the runners, and it's a good thing for the race.